It's not done yet, but
It's
we're getting there.
A few seconds ago.
Just tell me a little bit about this garden, how it came to be. This used to be a city lot, right?
Yes, there used to be a house here maybe 5 or 6 years ago that they tore down, and so it went vacant for a while, and it was pretty messy. There was lots of trash out here, and just it seemed like there weren't very good things happening on this lot. So the kids and I, it's right behind our house, so the kids and I bought it last year, so it was a year ago, in June of last year, and we cleaned it up. We spent all last year cleaning it up, and then this year we've been building. So we've built all these raised beds out here and structures. Not a lot of planting this year, just because we're doing more building than planting, and next year will be a lot better. So this is my daughter and her friend. It's Delphi and Carlene. Hi. And my son is out here helping us too.
Okay,
He's in the garage right now.
Movie?
Sure.
So was this like just a foundation of a house?
Yes.
And you had to tear that up?
We decided to build up instead of going into the ground to plant, because as we dug down, there's no topsoil at all on this lot, and there's a lot of construction debris that's been buried.
Oh, you just buried it.
Yeah.
Good idea versus dragging it all away.
Right. So yeah, where the house was, they just buried the house into the garage and left it, covered it with dirt. And I think there was a concrete slab out here too.
What happened to that?
It just got broken up and mixed in with the dirt, because there's concrete. Most of the dirt is concrete.
People come out and they witness what you're describing, and they just say, the heck with it, it's too much work.
We put a lot of work into it. Yeah, a lot of work, especially for knowing that we're not really going to get any produce out of this year. So it's a long-term commitment with a lot of work. We do have help every once in a while. This is one of our neighbors that likes what we're doing, so she came out to help us today. And we have the kids come out, so kids from different places. We had meant to have the Wellspring program come out, but they just got so busy in their summer camp that they didn't have a chance to get out. But we have a daycare that comes out and a homeschool co-op that comes out and helps us. Mm-hmm. The daycares come out quite a bit. It's on Broadway daycare, so they're just right around the corner, and they come out a lot. They come out regularly and help.
Oh, they
kids
do?
love
That's
it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So they're little kids, right?
Yeah, preschoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrific.
It's fun. So we get to teach them how to, you know, we did planting. The reason that we planted was because we wanted the kids to know how to do the planting part of it. They're not doing well because we're in the soil building process right now. Therefore, there's a lot of decomposition going on, and it takes up the nitrogen. So there's no nitrogen to grow our plants this year. Unless we can get a hold of some chicken poop. We need chicken poop. Fort Wayne needs chickens.
All right.
We need chicken poop really badly.
You mean real chickens, not chickens like me that are
Right.
My grandson's got about 8 chickens.
Yeah,
I don't know
nice.
if that's enough poop.
We
Chicken
need poop. We need poop. It's got nitrogen. So you can
He's
see.
actually got them illegally out in Ossian.
Nice. You can see when you get closer. Watch out for the. We call this urbanite, but this is broken up concrete that we've been using to build our structures with.
Yeah, that's good.
So watch out for that. Don't trip over that. But you can see when you get close to the plants that, you know, these plants were planted a month ago, and they haven't done anything, and they're yellow.
Yeah. I
All of
see.
them. These leaves are turning yellow. It's because there's no nitrogen in the soil.
We planted a month ago, and it's just
Yeah.
amazingly
Right.
growth.
Now, the garden in my backyard is growing, which is great. I got cucumbers and corn and tomatoes, and, and I'm getting stuff from that. But
They gotta
Yeah.
shovel it up, you know.
Yeah.
They gotta move it, so they might as well move it in the buckets.
right. We have to let it age for a few months before we can use it, but if they can get us some for the fall that we could spread over everything after everything dies out.
So you build all these beds?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Oh
So,
my gosh.
We wanted to
It's a lot of work.
look at my son over here.
Pardon?
Look at my son over here in the garage.
Yeah.
I get a lot of pictures of him, so that's something going on.
Adorable. Adorable. So what we've got going on with the beds is we've got the 4 urbanite beds. Those were our first 4 beds because we were gifted with a bunch of urbanite. Someone had it in their yard. They had taken out a concrete slab. And
So what are the urbanite beds?
Those are the
cement,
concrete slabs.
Yeah, okay.
So just concrete pieces of concrete.
But somebody brought those over here?
Well, you know, in order to get rid of it, if you have some on your property, you have to pay to get rid of it.
Oh.
So it was a much better deal for them to
Yeah,
bring it
to
to
bring
us
it.
so that we could use it. And that's what we're using for the herb spiral over here as well.
Excellent.
The second bed that we built was the cinder block bed. We had a few cinder blocks that were donated to us, so we made a bed out of them. Hey, Nicholas. So now that we've got soil, we can put soil in the holes in the cinder blocks and plant stuff in there as well. So that's going to be kind of fun. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah. That's great.
Then we built the wine bottle bed. So we're just showing people how they can make beds
Oh,
out of
yeah,
recycled
look at that.
materials.
That is really. See, I'm learning a lot. I got enough of this stuff. I could make a bed.
And so we did the wine bottle bed. And then we got a grant from the Pathways,
Oh, yeah?
Pathfinders. I think it's Pathfinders is what it's called, for their 46807 project.
Oh yeah.
And so we built these 3 wooden beds with the grant. We bought the lumber with the grant that they had given us, and so we've also bought some soil with that grant. And we have a little bit of that left over, which we have plans to make a workstation.
Is that the soil? Okay.
And then we have our pallet bed, which is really nice. That's the easiest bed to make. All you have to do is throw your pallet on the ground and fill it up with dirt. We've got the cinder blocks on the ends to keep the dirt in, and then you can also put the soil inside the cinder blocks and plant
So
in
to
that.
people who don't know what a pallet bed is, exactly what's a pallet? You said it's easy.
Yeah,
That's it.
see, it's like one of your wooden skids that you can get. Everybody's giving away skids, you
Gotcha.
know, factories or whatever.
Mhm.
They use them and then they give them away to
So you
people.
just put that down and
Yep.
put dirt in it and make
Yep.
a garden bed.
Yep.
Excellent.
We made this raised bed last year, the tall one. Do you see the tall one that's got some stuff growing out on the top of it?
Oh, over there. Here.
We made that one last fall. And that one is for people who have disabilities. So for someone who really can't get down low at these beds here, you can get something like this. You can have something like that built. Thank you!
She said she'll be back.
Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, and then we've got the herb spiral that we've got started. And this is a permaculture design. And what you do is you make different levels. And so you have your shade and your sun on different places in the water. It's drier on the top, it's wetter on the bottom. So as it rains, the water drains down and around and out. So yeah, so you can take your plants and you can plant different plants that like different conditions.
Oh,
So it's, yeah, a lot of planning, but it's kind of fun.
yeah.
We thought we'd try one of those. And it's in small controlled spaces so that like your oregano can't take over the whole thing. I know this looks like a mess over here right now, but this is the start of a hugelkultur bed that still needs some work. What we did was we dug down about a foot trench that's, I don't know, maybe 20 feet long here. And then we filled it up with the limbs from when we had the windstorm recently.
Okay.
And then we put our grass clippings and our weeds that we had pulled and let our weeds compost a little bit, and then we put the weeds on top of it. Then we're going to put the dirt that came from the trench back on top of that, and then we're going to put good soil mounded up over top of it. And what that does is when it rains, the rain will drain down into the trench. It'll fill up the decomposing wood pieces, the branches that we put in there, so that way it allows there to be water storage for the plants, so it slowly releases the water, so it helps with that. Yeah, it's a neat way, and then these slowly decompose and sink down and
But there's a lot of
create
creativity,
more soil.
not just a lot
Yeah.
of work, but
a lot of work.
a lot of creative thinking too.
Yeah, so this is another permaculture type design. So it's not something that I came up with personally, but
Well,
but yeah, I'm taking a permaculture design course right now online, and that's where I'm learning about a lot of these things. Yeah,
it's wonderful.
yeah. I've got my Master Gardener
You do?
certificate too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, did that at the Purdue Extension
Congratulations.
office. Thank you. So there's that too.
Do you take tests? Do gardening? What do you do to
For the
qualify for Master Gardener?
Master Gardener is a class.
Yeah.
So it was every Monday and Thursday for, I don't know, maybe 4 months.
Oh.
It was like 4 hours a night.
Oh,
It was-
really?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. And then
yeah.
there was a big test afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Your dream for the future,
My dream for the future.
in addition to what you already have and what you've already told us.
Sure, we would love to expand into this second lot. The second lot has topsoil, we're very jealous of. The people who own this house over here, which is now for sale, they also own this lot. So we're going to see if we can get this lot from them. And that way we can do some row crops and some permaculture food forest type things, some permaculture guilds. And this large area that we have free in the front, we would like to do a labyrinth, a very large labyrinth where people can come and sit and meditate and gather. And we're going to put herbs and flowers and stones in there. And then we also want to put in a workstation. Actually, Dan at Wunderkammer is helping us out with this too. He's got an architectural design student working on it for us. And so that's in the process, a workstation that has rain barrels so we can catch water for all of our operations that we have here. And the thing that I think I'm most excited about is the community bulletin board. So that's what all of these pieces of wood and the fence pieces are here for. I'm making a community bulletin board out of it.
And what will that be? Like people can come by and see what's going on all over town?
Absolutely. People can come and post their events. And that way we can also post our work days on there and any Food Not Bombs feed days that we might have out here or any Food Not Lawns events. I can post all of those things and the people in the community. I really want to bring the people, my neighbors in this community together. I've already done a lot of it, but I want to do more. So I'm getting to know the neighbors. It's nice.
It's community building.
It is.
As
It's
well
working.
as food building or growing.
It
Okay,
is.
one last thing.
Sure.
Why does this matter so much to you?
Why does this matter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is
To
a
you,
loaded
to
question.
All of us. Why is
To-
it important? Yeah.
I feel like we're going through a transition, an economic transition right now, and we don't know. There's so much uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know if we're going to run out of petroleum. We don't know if our government's going to be stable. So, just in case things happen, we need to know how to take care of ourselves. We need to know how to feed ourselves. Food is number one importance. If we don't have food, then we don't have power. So to teach people who live in the city how to grow their own food, I think is really important. What would happen if we didn't have transportation? We couldn't transport food from the countryside here. We need to be able to feed ourselves, and I can only imagine what kind of crazy things might happen. So
Well,
let's put these systems in place so that we can take care of ourselves.
Buckminster Fuller, Journal Gazette, did an interview with me for a show I was doing. I quoted him, and it's my favorite, I think, column or article, because he said you can't change things by fighting the existing order.
Exactly.
You have to create an order
Exactly.
that people then follow, and that's what you're doing, so I applaud you.
That's exactly what I'm doing, and it's also something that I like to try to teach other activists, because I see a lot of activists fighting and it's not really helping. We need to create, we need to build something that's going to
tangible.
last. Yes.
It's tangible. I mean, I don't know how many petitions I'd sign.
Right.
For what?
Right.
Stop pig wrestling. They have pig wrestling anyway. They get thousands. You know, that's good. They get a lot of people saying it's bad, or they get a lot of people saying the Dark Act's bad.
Right.
They had thousands of people at Washington, D.C. that you went to, and you couldn't
Right.
even get in the hearing. So what good's that? The point is, we got to take action.
We do. We do.
And this is tangible.
Right. And
That's why I applaud you.
and another thing is, I can't do it by myself. Please help.
Nobody. I mean, anything that's important, it takes a community of people to do it. It takes a leader. You're the leader, a leader.
Never underestimate the power of one.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, you need the champion out there that says, "Hey, see this crappy lot? Oh, it's so much work. Well, here, I'll just roll up my sleeves and my kids, and you start. Then
Right.
people join you.
And
You're
it's
all-
also it's a lot of work, but when you get a lot of people together to do it, like you saw at Jane's house, the Food Not Lawns Lawn Liberation we did at Jane's, it wasn't work at all. It was
No.
fun.
No, it's fun.
It was a
when-
party.
It's fun when you get people together.
Yeah.
By yourself, not so much. but-
Right.
yeah. Plus, you are a self-described technology guru, so you got both ends covered. But
I'm not technology, social media.
well,
I know how to
I'm
use
sorry,
social
I used
media.
the wrong term. Social media.
I'm really actually bad at technology.
Well, technology is you gotta get on a computer and you gotta figure out how to do the social media.
Yeah.
But so there's a purpose and a use for that, definitely.
Oh, there is.
Definitely.
None of this would have happened without social media.
Exactly. But you get stuck on the computer, like Tracy said, you get stuck on the cell phone, life passes you by.
It does.
And all you're ending up doing, if you want to say you're trying to change something, is signing petitions,
Right.
which probably has its
And
place.
watching cute kitty
but yeah,
videos.
watching. There you go.
They're cute.
Well, and that's probably to a certain degree healthy. I mean, it makes you feel good, you know.
I've been to Beat Street a couple of times this week. I love that place.
Oh yeah, the one on Westbury?
Yes,
That's my
that
next
place
project.
is great.
I want to go talk to her.
Yeah, yeah. Shannon's amazing. You should talk
I
to
decided you
her.
and Jane and the lady you
Jane.
just mentioned,
And
Lori
David.
Rose.
Jane and David. He is very active in the Eat Local, Buy Local community, the project. So you can talk to him about that. I'm really excited about the young urban homesteaders growing food for the local restaurants. That's
Oh,
just
yeah, that's
amazing to me.
fabulous.
That's what they've switched over to doing
That's
instead of the
fabulous.
farmers markets.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
great.
ideal.
Yeah.
That's ideal if they can get that going. That's
I might start doing farmers markets
Yeah,
over the
you should.
winter.
Yeah.
So not necessarily produce. As I said, I'm not really growing produce quite yet this year. I will next year, but I make kombucha.
Well, and
I
that
make
way,
really, really great kombucha.
and that way,
Uh,
yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.